How do you feel, Maya?
I'm okay. I just feel bad. I didn't expect it to take it that seriously.
Don't feel bad. I'd be cranky too if people talked about my ex.
Oh, you have an ex?
Alex, you and Maya are up in 5. Say what you got and let's get you ready. Alex, did you hear me? Come on, we need to get you mic'd up. Alex. We need to get you mic'd up.
Cam's really intense, isn't he?
The worst part is he doesn't even realize it.
Hey, Maya.
Yeah.
Don't worry about Jenna, all right? You're doing a great job.
Thanks.
Welcome back to What If I Did It, the show where we explore the death of our coworker, Daniel Kingsley. As always, details shared about how he died are fictional. I'm your host, Maya Brooks. Today, I'm interviewing Alex Carter, our editor. Welcome to the show, Alex. Are you ready to share your side of the story?
Yes, I am.
So, how would you have done it?
Oh, I guess we're jumping straight to it then.
You're right. Sorry. Let's start with something a little bit easier. What was your opinion of Kingsley?
Not great. You know, I think everyone here kind of felt the same way. He started off fine and then it just went downhill from there.
What do you mean at first?
My first day on the job, interacting with him, he seemed very welcoming and excited to have me join the team.
When did that change?
I think maybe 2 weeks after I met him. He didn't like one of the clips that I had put in the show, said it put him in a bad light. He meant it literally though. The lighting for the shot was terrible.
Yeah, he was very particular about that kind of thing. How often did you make comments like that?
I usually did all my editing in the evenings while everyone was gone. I'd put on my headphones and just work. There were a few times Kingsley would barge in, but the most he'd do is say, "Don't use that shot."
Did you use those shots anyway?
It depends. Sometimes he was right and the shots were bad. Sometimes I would use one just to spite him.
How did he react when you did that?
He'd stop by my office and say, "Do that again and I'll have you fired."
And that didn't worry you?
He didn't have as much power as he thought he did.
Was Kingsley's behavior any different at night than during the day?
Sort of. He seemed like his usual self, other than the nights he'd come in after drinking. You could always tell when he had a couple drinks because he would always slur his words.
Did you report him for drinking on the job?
No, I doubt the higher-ups would have done anything about it. Kingsley could get away with just about anything.
Did that bother you?
Yeah, a little bit. It was like he The rules didn't apply to him.
He didn't even get a slap on the wrist when he threw a tantrum on set.
But hey, I get written up for leaving 10 minutes early even though all my work was finished.
Was Kingsley there a lot of nights that you were?
Yeah, he was there most nights I was editing.
On that night, were you both working late?
Yeah, I was, but his office door was shut by the time I left, so I assumed he had just gone home to get his beauty sleep.
You didn't talk to him?
No, I just caught a glimpse of him walking past my doorway.
You were there too. Did you talk to him?
I did briefly, but I was in and out. I was just there for not even 5 minutes. I needed to grab my lunch bag. Did you not hear me say bye?
No. But hey, I was probably too focused on my screen.
Yes. The editor in his own world, doing his own thing. Now, let's jump into the real reason why you're here. How would you have done it?
You know what?
I have no idea.
But I can tell you what I think happened.
Isn't that the same thing?
No, I wouldn't have ever done anything to Kingsley, made up or not.
But you're saying you think someone did.
Not precisely.
I'm saying this is how it would have played out if someone had done something to Kingsley.
And how would you know what someone would have done?
An educated guess? I'm an editor, remember? I'm good at piecing together a timeline.
Oh, duh. Why don't you explain what you think happened?
Okay, so my guess is that it happened when I was still there, but after you had left. It would have been risky to do it with us both there.
And my car was the only one in the parking lot when I left.
You didn't see Kingsley's car?
No, he used a car service when he came in at night.
Wouldn't that put you as the #1 suspect, since you were technically the last person to see him?
Yeah, but it could have been any one of us. Based on the interviews, we all had our reasons to dislike the guy.
So you think one of us did it?
If you had asked me before we had started the show, my answer would have been yes. But now, I don't think so. This is all hypothetical anyways. I think it was just a freak accident.
This person would have had to time it just right.
I had to be caught up in my work, and Kingsley had to be intoxicated enough not to call for help.
They also would have had to have access to the building.
Do you think he was already at that point when he arrived?
No, he probably had 1, maybe 2 more drinks in his office.
Otherwise, he would have realized what was happening.
Okay, makes sense.
Exactly. The perfect time to strike would be those late hours when almost everyone was gone. I was taking longer than expected on my editing at the time, so I left around 11:30. And that's when the killer struck.
How do you think they killed him?
Oh, that's easy. It couldn't have been a gunshot or anything that would have caused a ruckus. I would have heard it.
I'm guessing it was done with some type of poison.
And what would have happened after they killed him?
Oh, any number of things.
They closed his office door to make it seem like he had gone home. I'm betting they just walked out of the front door and left.
Is that everything?
Oh, I forgot to mention, they would have needed to have access to the building.
Not to Kingsley's office, though.
No, he usually left his door propped open.
That's why I assumed he was gone when his door was closed.
Okay, are you sure that's everything?
I think that's everything. I could be wrong, though.
Okay, well, that's all the questions I had for you. Thank you for coming on to the show.
Of course.
Thanks, listeners, for tuning in to What If I Did It? Join us for our last episode, only that there's a twist. I'll be in the hot seat.